The lightning rail train hurtles through the stormy night, arcs of electricity crackling along its sleek, rune-covered exterior. Inside, the luxurious cabin glows warmly with mage light, casting a cozy ambiance over the plush red velvet seats and polished mahogany wood paneling. Pyra gazes out the rain-streaked window at the flashes of lightning that briefly illuminate the rolling hills of Breland in the distance, her fiery hair casting a flickering reflection on the glass. Thoradin steadies his great axe against the ornate luggage rack, while Wisp sneaks a piece of fruit from a silver platter on a neighboring table, and Seraph murmurs a quiet prayer, her gnarled hands wrapped around an amulet shaped like an hourglass.
I twirl a finger through the air, conjuring a small flame, and use it to heat a nearby metal teapot to make tea for everyone. We might as well enjoy this ride.
I give Pyra a sharp nod of appreciation before turning my attention to the door of the luxurious cabin, scanning it intently for any sign of danger. Aye, but keep your wits about ye. This peaceful ride could turn stormy quick.
While you enjoy the tea, I'll make sure our comfy cabin isn't hiding any nasty surprises. I dart quietly to the next door, checking for traps or anyone lurking just past it.
I trace the contours of the hourglass amulet with my thumb, feeling the pulsating energy of Kelemvor's presence. A soft, almost ghostly whisper escapes my lips. Even in luxury, death's shadow lingers. I cast Detect Magic to reveal any hidden enchantments or dark auras around our cabin.
As Wisp stealthily approaches the door, he notices faint scratch marks around the frame, an ominous sign. When Seraph's spell completes, the room is bathed in a spectral blue light, revealing softly glowing runes etched into the walls, their purpose unclear but foreboding. The warm ambiance of the cabin suddenly feels heavy, and a low hum of arcane energy vibrates beneath their feet, coinciding with distant, unsettling whispers that make the hairs on everyone's neck stand up. Just then, the train lurches violently and a piercing shriek echoes from the carriage ahead, shattering the fragile peace in an instant.
I stand up swiftly and point towards the door Wisp was checking, summoning a controlled, focused blast of fire to burn away any arcane runes or traps hidden there. Stay alert and keep moving forward.
I plant my feet firmly on the shaking floor, grip my great axe with my left hand and march towards the door with Wisp, ready to defend or breach. Aye, let's see what trouble's knocking. Stay behind me, I'll clear the way.
I grin as I see Thoradin take the lead and then slip behind him, positioning myself to the side of the door to stay hidden. I'll let you handle the muscle, big guy. Leave the sneaky business to me. I prepare my lockpicks, ready to swiftly unlock the door if it's secure.
The breath in the room chills as I take a slow step forward, sensing the whispers growing louder. Holding my amulet, I utter a prayer to Kelemvor. Let the veil of death illuminate hidden truths. I cast silence to quell the unsettling whispers, ensuring our focus remains undisturbed.
The door bursts open under Thoradin's weight, revealing a pitch-dark corridor illuminated only by intermittent flashes of storm lightning through a narrow window. Pyra's fire blast incinerates the arcane runes, and the oppressive hum dissipates, but an unnatural cold grips the air. A guttural growl echoes from deeper within the train, accompanied by heavy shuffling footsteps that send vibrations through the metal floor. At the far end of the corridor, a hulking silhouette emerges, the glint of sharp teeth catching the occasional spark of lightning.
I stride confidently into the dark corridor, summoning a bright ball of fire in my hand to illuminate the way and burn away the encroaching darkness. Whatever's lurking in the shadows, it's about to meet a fiery end.
I step into the corridor, raising my great axe defensively as I move to position myself in front of Pyra, ready to shield her from the looming threat. Stay close, Pyra. Anything with teeth like that wants a fight. It's getting one.
I slip into the shadows, moving silently along the edge of the corridor to flank the hulking figure while drawing a vial of poison from my belt and coating my dagger with it. Big teeth are usually bad news. Let's make them regret showing up.
I glide forward into the dark corridor, my eyes narrowing at the emerging threat. Summoning divine energy, I raise my amulet high and whisper, Kelemvor, strip the veil from those who dwell beyond. I cast fairy fire to outline the hulking figure in a glowing, ghostly light, making it easier for my comrades to strike.
The corridor is suddenly bathed in an otherworldly glow as Seraph's fairy fire clings to the enormous figure, revealing it to be a grotesque abomination stitched together from various monstrous parts. Pyra's fireball illuminates the wicked gleam of its jagged claws and its eyes burning with malevolence. Thoradin charges forward with a thunderous roar, swinging his great axe. The axe connects, cleaving into the creature's side and sending a spurt of black ichor across the walls, but the beast retaliates with a powerful backhand, sending Thoradin crashing into the wall with a grunt.
I narrow my eyes at the grotesque abomination and extend both hands forward, summoning a concentrated stream of blazing fire directly at its head to disorient and weaken it. Let's see how you like the heat, monster!
With a groan, I push myself off the wall, fixing my gaze on the wicked abomination. I grip my great axe tightly and charge again, aiming a powerful overhead swing at its torso to keep its attention on me. You think you can knock me down that easy, beast? Taste my steel!
I stay in the shadows, quickly moving behind the abomination and leaping onto its back, aiming my poison-coated dagger for the base of its spine to deliver a precise and painful strike. Let's see how you handle a little extra sting.
The unnatural darkness clings to the corridor like a shroud as I move with a ghostly grace. Holding my amulet high, I call upon Kelemvor's power and growl, "May the chains of the unworthy bind you." I cast Hold Monster to paralyze the abomination and prevent it from attacking further.
The abomination screams in agony as Pyra's stream of fire engulfs its head, sending the stench of burning flesh into the corridor. Wisp's dagger strikes true, sinking into the base of its spine and injecting the poison, causing the monstrosity to twitch violently. Thoradin's follow-up strike splits its torso, the creature's grasp weakening. Seraph's incantation binds the creature's limbs, the divine restraints forcing it to the ground, where it convulses and eventually falls still, lifeless and smoking.
I saunter over to the smoldering remains of the abomination, extending my hand over the embers and manipulating the residual heat to create a small, harmless flame in my palm, ensuring the creature is truly dead. Well, that was a warm welcome.
With a final grunt of effort, I pull my great axe free from the remains of the abomination, wiping the black ichor off on the nearest piece of cloth. I keep my eyes on the corridor ahead, stepping forward and raising my axe defensively. Stay ready! This blasted train might still have more surprises for us.
I quickly search the creature's remains for anything useful or unusual, keeping an eye on the corridor for any further threats. Let's see if this ugly brute was carrying anything worth the trouble.
I take a moment to stand over the fallen abomination, my icy gaze fixed upon its lifeless form. Clutching my amulet, I utter a solemn prayer. May Kelemvor guide your abominable soul to its deserved end. I cast Detect Good and Evil to survey the surroundings for any lingering malevolent presences.
The smoke from the abomination's remains lingers in the air, but Seraph's spell casts an ethereal glow, revealing malevolent whispers coiling through the train. As Wisp rifles through the creature's belongings, he finds a strange, pulsating crystal, its dark energy sending chills down his spine and causing Seraph's amulet to pulse in warning. The corridor trembles once more, followed by a resounding crash from the carriage ahead, accompanied by the unmistakable shouts of panicked passengers. Thoradin's keen ear catches the heavy footfalls of more abominations approaching, and the flickering lights reveal their twisted forms, advancing menacingly down the corridor.
I raise my hand towards the ceiling and summon a fiery meteor from above, aiming it to crash in front of the advancing abominations to create a flaming barrier and slow their approach. Let's see if these beasts can walk through a wall of fire.
With a grim determination, I plant my feet firmly, raising my great axe with both hands as I prepare for the advancing abominations. I bellow, "Form up behind me, and we'll take 'em one by one. No beast gets past us."
I swiftly pocket the pulsating crystal and then dart towards the side of the corridor, aiming to climb onto the ceiling fixtures and position myself above the approaching abominations, ready to drop down and strike when the moment is right. I whisper, "Let's make this a surprise party."
I step beside Thoradin, feeling the weight of the pulsating crystal in my bones. Clutching my amulet, I mutter, Kelemvor, let their malevolence betray them. I cast Bane to sap the strength and resolve of the approaching abominations, cursing them with misfortune.
The fiery meteor Pyra summons crashes down in front of the abominations, erupting into a blazing wall that forces them to halt and reconsider their approach. Thoradin's stance is unwavering as he prepares for the oncoming fight, while Wisp skillfully positions himself above, hidden from sight and ready to strike. Seraph's Bane curses the abominations, making them stumble and slow, their growls twisted with frustration. Meanwhile, the pulsating crystal in Wisp's pocket glows ominously, a chilling whisper echoing in his mind. Find the source, or all will be consumed.
I focus my energy, tracing a sigil in the air with my hand, and channel a burst of intense heat to manipulate the flames from the meteor barrier, shaping them into fiery serpents that lash out at the abominations, striking at their weak points. Let's sizzle those monstrosities where they stand.
With the fiery barrier holding the abominations at bay, I advance to the edge of the flames, gripping my great axe tightly. Using the momentum, I swing my axe in a wide arc to cleave through any abomination that dares to breach the barrier, positioning myself as the first line of defense. Come on, ye wretches! I'll carve ye into scrap!
I unsheathe my dagger and with silent precision drop down from the ceiling fixtures onto one of the abominations, aiming a deadly strike at the back of its neck to sever its spine. Right into the fray.
I stand resolute next to Thoradin, feeling the oppressive malevolence from the pulsating crystal and the abomination's ensuing dread. Clasping my amulet with fervor, I channel divine energy and chant, "Let the righteous power of Kelemvor turn the tide." I cast Turn Undead to force the abominations to flee from our holy presence.
The fiery serpents Pyra conjures hiss through the air, scorching the abomination's flesh as they writhe in agony. Thoradin's powerful swing cleaves one abomination clean in half, the halves collapsing in a smoldering heap. Wisp's dagger strikes true, severing the spine of another and sending it crashing to the floor, lifeless. As Seraph's turn. Undead washes over the remaining abominations. They recoil, their monstrous forms trembling before bolting back down the corridor in terror, leaving the party momentarily victorious.
I strut confidently forward, eyes blazing, and snap my fingers to extinguish the remaining fiery serpents as I speak with a smirk. Looks like they couldn't handle the heat. Let's find out what's causing all this chaos.
I step over the smouldering remains of the fallen abominations. My great axe at the ready, scanning the corridor for any further signs of danger. Stay sharp. Whatever's causing this mess ain't far off. Let's move.
I dash ahead, moving swiftly and silently down the corridor to scout for any signs of the source or additional threats while keeping the pulsating crystal clutched tightly in my hand. Time to find out what secrets this train is hiding.
I follow closely behind my comrades, my eyes scanning the dark corridor as I sense the lingering aura of malevolence. Holding my amulet tightly, I whisper, "Death's shadow leads us closer to the truth." I cast Detect Magic once more to locate any hidden enchantments or magical presences that might unveil the source of the chaos.